Mesopotamia, the land the Greeks called the land between rivers, as it lies between two powerful rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. It was here, over 5,000 years ago, that what we now call the first civilization emerged. The Sumerians became the founders of human culture. They built grand cities, developed legal systems, invented writing, and left behind myths that still amaze with their depth. In this land, ideas about humanity, the gods, and the cosmos were born. Their history is a story of how order, culture, and authority emerge from the chaos of primordial life. The Sumerians created true metropolises of their time. Ur, Uruk, Lagash. These were not just settlements. Streets, residential districts, public squares, and even primitive sewage systems were built here. Uruk was especially impressive. By some estimates, it had over 50,000 inhabitants, which was the size of a small modern state. People engaged in trade, crafts, and agriculture. They organized life within large communities that required rules and leaders. This was a true revolution in the history of humanity. The symbol of Sumerian cities was the ziggurat, massive temple towers resembling multi-tiered pyramids. They served as religious centers and places where, according to Sumerian belief, the gods descended to earth. A ziggurat was more than just a building. It was a stairway to the heavens, an architectural embodiment of the connection between humans and gods. On the upper terraces, priests offered sacrifices, performed rituals, and prayed for harvests and peace. The invention of cuneiform was one of the greatest breakthroughs in human history. On clay tablets, the Sumerians recorded laws, contracts, poems, prayers, and even astronomical observations. These symbols, impressed into soft clay with special styluses, opened a new era. Thanks to writing, humanity gained a form of memory independent of oral tradition. We can imagine the life of the Sumerians precisely because of the thousands of preserved tablets. Religion held a central place in Sumerian life. They believed that the surrounding world was created by the gods, and only by fulfilling their will could order be maintained. In the Sumerian pantheon, there were gods of the sky, water, wisdom, war, and love. Each city had its own chief patron deity, and the main temple was built in their honor. Priests played a crucial role in society, as they were the ones who knew how to communicate with the gods. The most mysterious were the Anunnaki, gods who, according to myths, descended from the heavens. They were said to have created humanity, bestowed knowledge upon it, and taught the laws of civilization. These stories have become the basis for numerous modern hypotheses. Some see in them traces of real historical events, while others interpret them as hints of something beyond mere myth. Today, the Anunnaki have become a symbol of one of the greatest mysteries of ancient history. On the Sumerian clay tablets, records of the movements of planets and stars have been preserved. What's astonishing is that they knew about objects impossible to see without a telescope. Was this the result of careful observation, or did they really receive this knowledge from someone or something else? Their texts even mention the mysterious planet Nibiru, which supposedly appears once every few thousand years. This has fueled theories about the cosmic origin of their knowledge. The Epic of Gilgamesh is not just the world's first literary work. It's a profound philosophical story about life, death, and the meaning of existence. Gilgamesh, the king of Uruk, embarks on a journey to seek immortality. Along the way, he encounters gods, monsters, and sages. This epic echoes many themes familiar from the Bible and other ancient texts: friendship, loss, the search for meaning, fear of death, and attempts to overcome it. One of the key episodes of the epic is the description of a great flood. Utnapishtim tells Gilgamesh how the gods decided to destroy humanity, but he, warned by one of them, built a massive boat and saved himself and his family. This story almost mirrors the biblical tale of Noah. It raises the question, could the biblical texts be an echo of even older Sumerian legends? The Sumerians left a legacy that shaped the development of humanity. They invented the wheel, organized the first legal systems, and laid the foundations of literature. Their influence is still felt today. Yet, despite all this, the most fascinating aspects are not their technologies, but their knowledge and myths. Were these truly mere inventions or reflections of something real that surpassed the understanding of people of their time? The history of the Sumerians is the story of humanity's first step toward civilization, but at the same time, it is a story of mysteries we cannot explain. Who were the Anunnaki? Where did their knowledge come from? And did they leave traces that we are still trying to unravel today?